Fallout 4 is a game rated M by the ESRB. You want some of this, buddy? One down. Where's the other one? There's some more up this way. I'm coming. Did we get them all? Those guys are on our side. It's hard to tell. I don't normally come to Ten Pines Bluff. Oh, that was it. We get them? Ten Pines Bluff defended. Okay, well, who can thank me? Oh, you're one of the raiders.
Good work. Don't leave anything behind.
Thank you, Paladin Dance. Do you work here? You could just stop for a sec?
Thanks for your help, pal.
I was glad to help out.
I can't argue with your timing. Who knows what would have happened to us if you hadn't been here. Anyway, we appreciate the help.
Doot. Hello everyone and welcome back to more StephenPlays Fallout 4. On the last episode we, at least for now, finished up with Vault 88, and I announced that I would be starting to pre-record stuff for our upcoming trip to the west, the Grand Canyon, Zion Park, etc. And that is true, although something somewhat major happened between last episode and this episode. Maybe you haven't heard if you don't follow me on Twitter or social media, etc. I had emergency surgery to remove my appendix. I'm recording this Saturday, which is the day before you guys get this, Sunday. And yesterday, I had my appendix removed. Thursday night, I started having really crazy bad abdominal pain, and I went into the ER, and they did a CAT scan and said, yeah, your appendix is not so good, and you need to have that removed. So I had it removed yesterday, Friday, and they discharged me Friday evening, and then I went home, I got some rest, and now it's Saturday, and I honestly feel pretty good. You might be saying, why on earth are you working if you had your appendix removed yesterday, if you had surgery? And you guys are going to have to kind of trust me on this. I actually feel pretty good. I've been relaxing for most of the day, and it's one of those situations where, like, as long as I'm not really moving around too much, I feel okay. So playing video games as a job, I gotta admit, it kind of worked out pretty well for surgery purposes, because the only things I really have to move are my mouth and my hands. So it's really not causing me any problems to continue working and continue doing, episodes of Fallout. So I'm back to work, and it's pretty cool. I'm excited about it. Now, am I still in pain? Am I still on pain, medication and stuff? Yes. But, that shouldn't really slow things down too much. If I sound a little different, it's because I had an oxygen tube stuffed down my throat. So my throat was a little raw. But otherwise, I honestly, I can't lie to you. I feel pretty good. Now, if my appendix would have ruptured, I probably would still be in the hospital, but they caught it pretty early. And because of that, I was in and out. My actual surgery started Friday at like 10:30, 11 a.m. or something, and I was discharged by like 5 p.m. So like in the span of like 6 hours from having the surgery, I was done. So it's pretty cool. Modern medicine, man. It's neat. So the first thing that you'll notice is that Paladin Dance is here, and there was a few people that said you got to give him a hard hat. And there was a few people that didn't think that it was even possible, but apparently it is. I took off his hood and I gave him a hard hat, and what was strange is that when I equipped the hard hat, it re-equipped the hood, but he's wearing the hard hat, so I guess it doesn't really matter. But it does start our pre-recording today. I'm probably still going to be looking at the comments for this video a little bit before I record the other 5. So if you didn't say something last episode and you wanted me to see it, you probably still have time. If you said it, don't worry, I did see it. I read all the comments, so you don't have to worry about that. There's a lot of information about Brotherhood of Steel and how I can't get Dance's perk and max affinity without furthering the main quest, but I'm not too worried about it. I think we'll have plenty to do in 6 episodes. I started it off by doing 10 Pines Bluff because I got that perk while I was getting ready to start or not the perk, I got that quest while I was getting ready to start the episode, so I was like, I'll do that. But we're going to jump straight over to the Prydwen and do Tour of Duty, which is a pretty simple quest about meeting people. So we're going to go meet people on the Prydwen, and I think it'll be nice that we have Paladin dance with us, since he can kind of give us the insider scoop. And back on the Prydwen. Now, as far as how this surgery is going to affect me in the long run, they said I can't really stress myself, not stress, like strain. You know, like they said I can't pick up anything more than 10 pounds, which means not picking up my cats. And I am going on vacation and going hiking, so what will probably happen is, they said I'm fine to go on vacation, get on a plane, do all that, but I can't carry any luggage. And as far as hiking goes, that's going to be near the tail end of the trip, so I may be feeling well enough to kind of walk around, but probably nothing real strenuous. But it's just a little real-life update, unrelated to Fallout, but I thought, you know, some of you might be interested in learning about that. If anything, maybe there's a fan art opportunity there. Maybe, like, Grit Jones gets his appendix removed. I don't know. Something to possibly work with. Alright. Now we have a bunch of markers, because we have a bunch of people that we have to meet and talk to. I'm going to assume that we probably will get some special dialogue, because Dance is with us, which I'm excited about. I'm probably even more excited that he has his hard hat on. That means he's already one of the family. Hi, little guy. Good kitty.
Ah, good. You're finally here. Just set the books down anywhere. I'll get to them as soon as I can.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
What are you doing with all these books?
I suppose I could stop working for a moment to address your question.
Which books contain pertinent information?
Technical volumes, repair manuals, design philosophies, medical research. Anything that enhances the Brotherhood's knowledge. That's why I consider everything else a waste of paper.
Makes sense to get rid of the trash.
Well, I'm pleased you agree. There are other scribes within the Brotherhood that consider fictional material essential. But I refuse to allow them aboard this vessel. Since it's obvious that you aren't who I was expecting, would you mind telling me why you're here?
Was that dialogue tree confusing to anyone else? Like, I hit agree, and what I said did not match what he had previously asked. I mean, maybe I was just not paying close enough attention, but that seemed strange and broken.
Maxon wanted me to meet the crew, so you were next on my list.
Ah, yes. You must be the new recruit described in Paladin Dance's report. Under normal circumstances, I'd provide you with a proper orientation of my department. However, I'm woefully behind setting up research patrols and getting bombarded with requests for technical documentation. Unfortunately, I'm lacking the personnel needed to get the job done.
What exactly is a research patrol?
Simply put, we send a small two-man team to scout a location and evaluate its technical and historical relevance. Saves us from sending an entire retrieval team to a worthless location.
What type of technical documentation are you looking for?
The Brotherhood is primarily interested in collecting information that might assist us with our current mission. Medical records, science journals, weapon schematics. If it contains any type of useful data, we need to get our hands on it.
Maybe I can lend you a hand.
That would be splendid. As you patrol the Commonwealth, keep your eyes open for blueprints, memos, manuals, books, charts. Anything containing useful technical data. I'm authorized to pay you for each bundle of documents that you recover. And if you wish to be assigned to a research patrol, I have plenty of them waiting to be filled. In any event, it was a pleasure to meet you, Knight.
Okay. A lot of the factions have ongoing things that you can turn in for money, and it looks like books is something I can do for the Brotherhood.
Proctor.
Please, finish your introductions by all means. But I do hope you'll consider assisting me when you're done.
Okay. That was a little weird. I think his dialogue tree was a little broken, but that's alright. We'll continue walking around and meeting folks.
Glad you finally stopped by, soldier. Are you ready for your medical exam?
As long as it doesn't involve petroleum jelly and rubber gloves, I'm ready.
No. This isn't that sort of examination. I'm going to ask you a series of medical-related questions, and I'd like you to answer me to the best of your ability. First question. As a child, were you ever exposed to radiation for an extended period of time?
Wouldn't Vault-Tech's screening process have caught this already?
Vault-Tech's screening process? Let me check my notes here. You were a Vault Dweller? You're probably healthier than anyone else aboard. Anyway, sorry I missed that in your records. Just going down the list of questions. I'm sure you understand. Okay, second question. Have you ever had or come in contact with a person confirmed to be carrying a communicable disease?
I had sex with a robot once.
Honestly, I don't remember.
Well, you don't appear to be suffering from any long-term ill effects, so I'll assume you haven't. Third question, and please, answer honestly. Have you ever had sexual relations with any species considered non-human?
That happens often enough for you to have a question about it?
You'd be surprised how many Wastelanders answer yes to that question. Fortunately, the Brotherhood finds that type of behavior absolutely distasteful. Since you haven't spent too much time in the Wasteland, I'll assume your answer is no. Last question. Would you have any problems pulling the trigger on an enemy of the Brotherhood, whether they're human, formerly human, or machine?
That's more of a morals question, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I feel that the mental state of the crew is just as important as the physical. Anyone that hesitates firing in combat due to misguided moral standards certainly isn't Brotherhood material. So what about you? Would you have a problem with it?
If my life's in danger, I'll do whatever it takes to defend myself.
That's an acceptable answer, and the most common. Excellent. I think I've got all the information I need. I see no reason to prevent you from beginning your duties immediately. If you ever need medical assistance, you let me know.
Couldn't help but notice that you didn't give me the option to say,
There's something I'd like
yes,
to discuss with you.
I banged a robot. Yeah, what?
Go on.
I appreciate your time. This isn't a formal meeting. I simply want to clear the air. I think we may have gotten off on the wrong foot when we first met, and I feel like I owe you an apology. Expecting you to embrace the standards of the Brotherhood without having a history with us was unfair. And given that you've adjusted so well to our beliefs, I don't think I needed to push so hard.
That's very kind. Thank you.
Well, you deserve it. When I was an initiate, my sponsor was Paladin Krieg, toughest squad leader I ever served with. He was a model soldier, embodying the values every trainee was striving to achieve. Fiercely loyal, secure in his beliefs, and brave to a fault. From the moment I was assigned to his squad, I was singled out. It felt like he was pushing me harder than the rest of the team. I fought by his side for years, and we had some seriously close calls. But he never explained to me why I was treated that way.
Did you ever ask him why?
I'd considered it, but unfortunately, I never had the chance. After I was promoted to Paladin, and I'd moved on to my own squad, I received word that Krieg was killed at Adams Air Force Base. The news was like being kicked in the stomach. I mean, I'd lost some of my brothers and sisters before, but his death, well, it really got to me. It's taken me a long time to realize it. But the reason Krieg was so tough on me is the same reason I'm so tough on you. It's because I believe in you. And I don't want to see any of your potential go to waste.
What happened at Adams Air Force Base?
Back in the capital wasteland, the Brotherhood was at war with a traitorous group of rebels who called themselves the Enclave. They maintained a mobile command post at the remains of Adams Air Force Base, just outside of Washington, D.C. The Brotherhood spearheaded an assault on the command post, which was ultimately successful, but costly. Quite a few soldiers died in that battle, and Paladin Krieg was among them. He made his mark on history, and whether you choose to believe it or not, you have the potential to do the same.
I'm flattered that you have so much faith in me.
You've earned that faith by your own hand. Well, I've said what I had to say, and I hope that it meant something to you. I trust you'll keep this in confidence, of course. Some of that information was of a personal nature, and, well, I'd like to keep it that way.
Looks like we had the first of 3 talks. And from what I understand from the comments, from what you guys have said, we can have 2 talks with Dance, and then at that point we've got to continue main story in order to get to the third one.
Something I can do for you, soldier?
No, I'm good. Thanks, Cade. Let's keep walking around. Looks like Dance already likes me a lot. There's still more people to meet. Hi, Brotherhood Lancer.
Unless you like getting shot, never turn your back on a gunner.
Hey,
Carry food with you, or you'll end up eating some pretty questionable things to stay alive. Hopefully the next recovery team will bring back some decent supplies. Been having to get real creative lately.
Don't let Ingram catch you standing around. You'll be on report before you can blink.
Who is saying that? Some of the rooms in here are really close together and it's hard to figure out who's talking.
I prefer laser weapons myself.
Try it now.
It's a cleaner shot, and it leaves that memorable ozone smell behind.
You can't fix it.
I can fix it. You're the one who decided to kick your way through a mirelurk. Got it.
There it is. Thanks, brother. I owe you.
The Prydwen is a magnificent ship, and we're lucky to have her in our arsenal.
Excuse me. Hi.
So, you're the new recruit I heard about. Not what I was expecting.
what were you expecting?
The last batch of recruits we took on were wastelanders. Dirty, beaten up, looking for a handout. They were desperate and looking for an easy out. You look like you're here for a reason. Anyway, since you came down here to meet me, we may as well get it over with. My name's Ingram, and this lovely little grease pit is where you'll usually find me. If your power armor's too tight in the crotch, the Prydwen's about to crash into the ground, or a robot's gone haywire, you come see me.
Charm school.
You should add teaching charm school lessons to the list.
Sorry to disappoint you, but when you're as busy as I am, there isn't much time for bowing and curtsying. There isn't a day that goes by on this tub without 5 or 6 things breaking down. And since I'm stuck in this rig, I'm not quite as spry as I used to be. The work tends to pile up.
I understand.
Good. Anyway, I'm sure you're here to get your hands on some power armor. There's a pretty decent T-60 suit sitting in Bay 3 that's all yours. The left leg actuator's a bit sticky, but it'll keep the creeps off of you. Oh, and if you need any work done on it, feel free to use the workshops around here. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get back to work.
It's pretty nice. Didn't mean to be rude to her. I should have known that the B button is always going to be the rude response.
Proctor Ingram?
Treat your power armor well, and it can get you through anything.
The Commonwealth's a dangerous place. Make sure you gear up before you head out. There's no time to waste.
By
There's work to be
taking
done.
these rounds and grenades? Got it. There's all sorts of terminals and stuff around here that I'd really like to check out at some point. Like work orders for this person. Gotta do a repair on an internal air conditioning unit. Mr. Handy cultivation unit. So there's just all of this extra lore. There's mail to Maxon. Let's see. Now that Captain Kells has transferred all of your materials down to the surface and the gantry construction has started, I think it's time we had to talk about the timeline of your new project. I'd like you to head up the command deck as soon as possible so we can discuss the details. We have far too many resources tied up in this operation to allow anything to slip through the cracks. We have a war to win, Proctor, and I strongly believe that this ambitious project of yours will be our rallying cry. Ambitious project? I've decided to deny your request for field service. I understand you've modified your power armor frame to accommodate your injury, and Cade has personally given it his seal of approval. I don't feel it's worth risking your life. Interesting. Alright, I'm not going to check in all of this stuff, but at some point in the future I may. Excuse me, Dance.
Can't talk right now. Gotta clean the mirelurk scat off my boots.
Step forward, Knight. Even though they've locked me in this blasted cage, I promise that I won't bite.
Why are you in there?
I'm glad you asked. Now, this is the stowage depot, and I, as you probably already guessed, am the ship's quartermaster, Proctor Teagan. The powers that be have me locked in here, so I can keep an eye on the Brotherhood's valuables. If you need to stock up on supplies before you head out on a mission, this is the place to buy them.
Wait, buy them? Since when does the military sell equipment to its own soldiers?
Since someone dropped a whole bunch of bombs and blew up every single factory that manufactured weapons and ammunition. Keeping the Brotherhood supplied takes caps, and everyone contributes to the cause. The good news is by having a constant flow of caps, I'm able to buy whatever you bring me. Yeah, I'm mostly interested in weapons, but I'll take anything useful. Of course, if you're just looking to make a few caps on the side, I might have some extra work for you to do.
What sort of extra work are we talking about?
Oh, no. It's nothing like you're thinking. It just involves a little bit of heavy lifting and interacting with the local farms. And since I'm stuck up here manning this one-man zoo, I need someone to do the legwork for me. After you're done with the meet and greet, we can discuss the details. In the meantime, if you ever need anything else, a gun, a mod, even ammo, you just let me know.
All right. That means I met all the people. And one of the commenters actually telling me that Proctor Teagan, I guess it's the mission that he's talking about. It causes settlements to be no longer allied with the Minutemen, which can, I don't know if it's like, it's not a game-breaking thing, and it doesn't cause any problems, I think, long-term with story, but they're no longer aligned with, you know, the Minutemen. So if you're trying to do that, it could be a problem. We may still be able to do it, but I'll have to learn more about it. For now, let's go talk to the other guy. Alright, let's see. Okay, now back out this way. There are too many doors.
Had enough of lions and his foolish ways.
Thanks. Let's see, you are over here chilling. Hi there.
Now that you've familiarized yourself with the Prydwen's crew, are you ready for your next assignment, brother?
What sort of assignment are we talking about?
The kind of assignment where all of the training you've done finally begins to pay off. Let's get right to it then, shall we? Take a look over there. That's Fort Strong, and it's infested with super mutants. Having those aberrations of nature close enough to smell is making me sick to my stomach. To make matters worse, they're sitting on top of a massive stockpile of Fat Man shells we could use in our campaign. I want you to head over there, wipe out everything that moves, and secure that stockpile. Understood?
Super mutants? I thought the enemy was the Institute.
Super mutants are no better than Sentinels. They're a reminder of man's folly when it comes to harnessing technology. Whether it's using biochemistry to manipulate genes, or trying to create life from a bunch of circuits. It's the wrong path for science. As members of the Brotherhood, it's our sworn duty to exterminate these abominations in every form. So, can I count on you to get the job done?
What do these shells do?
The Fat Man launcher is an essential part of the Brotherhood arsenal. It's a miniature nuclear payload, in a man-portable format. A squad of troops armed with one of these is virtually unstoppable. If you ever have the pleasure of firing one of them, allow me to give you a word of advice. Don't fire one of them in close quarters. There won't be enough of you to bury in a shoebox. That enough to go on?
Oh, honey. It's cute that you think that a fat man can kill things. You have not been to Far Harbor.
Consider it done.
Look, I realize you're eager to take the fight to the Institute, but it'll have to wait. The Brotherhood cannot allow those abominations to have a nuclear arsenal at their fingertips.
It'll be a pleasure to exterminate that mutant filth.
Now, we have a vertibird on standby, fully armed and ready to depart. Use it to carry our message to Fort Strong, and wipe those dirty mutants from the face of the earth. Dismissed.
Cool. Dance loved that. Can I snipe them from here? Because it kind of looks... No, the game's not loading them.
Get on that gunship, soldier. I want Fort Strong cleared and that stockpile secured.
Alright, alright. You angry guy. You know, not all super mutants are bad. Kind of wonder if there would be unique dialogue if I had brought Strong along. Of course, there probably would have been a fight. Alright, let's get up into Vertibird.
Death from above. It's the only way to fly.
Welcome aboard, Knight. Instruments are green, and we're cleared for release.
Alright, so I'm just gonna kind of blast him from above. That'll clear things. I almost shot that thing. I was like, oh, something to shoot, but that's one of our guys. I've never been to the bottom part of the Prydwen, I don't think. I need to go check out the bottom part sometime, because, like, we own all of this. God, and I haven't even seen all of the Prydwen. It's such a huge ship. We're gonna have to explore that, either on or off screen. Alright, we're closing in. I'm kind of wondering if this whole area counts as the fort, or if it's, like, the building over here. Oh, that is a Mirelurk. I was wondering. I wasn't sure. There's a behemoth. I don't see the behemoth. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's throwing rocks. You gotta be careful, because I'm gonna get this gun overheated. This is pretty cool, man. Like, Fallout has all of these different facets to it, and being able to fly around in a gunship and take things out is like a completely different genre of game, and the fact that it's in Fallout is just really neat. Although I'm pretty sure that my own weapons could do better than this. Careful. Not really worried about the brute so much as I am... God, can I...
Stop! Human is friend.
God, that would have been hilarious if I managed to pacify the thing. Probably would have broken something, to be fair. Almost got it. Almost. Alright, we gonna land now that I've killed the thing?
Down. Look at this thing, please. I'm gonna find a place to set her down and then hightail it back to the Prydwen for repairs.
I mean, maybe we should shoot them a little more before we get out. Like, we're gonna get dunked on, man. Like, there's a legendary super mutant warlord. Oh my god. Shoot. There's another one over there somewhere. Oh god. Oh my god, that thing has a lot of health. Oh my god. Do you see this thing? It's not doing anything. Holy crap. There's the mutate. This is absurd. Oh, I can use a stim pack while I'm on the gun. Okay, well, I don't think there's really an incentive to leave. I think honestly, I think it's keeping me a little safe. I think it's, like, increasing my defense a little bit. More than it would be if I was off of the gun. So I think I'm actually going to stay on the gun. Kind of aim for the head a little bit. Get this thing dead. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Dear God. Stim pack time. Got this thing gone. There's another one over there. It's a normal one. It'll go down nice and easy. Well. Did we do it? I think we did it. Which one was the legendary? An exterminator's pistol. Once again, the harder the enemy, the more useless the resources will be. Are you sure? Because I just got an on-screen prompt from God that said that this place was secure, so we're probably good. It's a lot of dudes. I stand by my decision to stay on the airship that long, because I'm pretty sure that our defenses would have been in bad shape if I would have gotten off. There's some rads over here. I'm pretty sure... Oh, there's dog tags. I'm pretty sure that Dance probably... I don't want to say he doesn't like me, but I'm sure he'd probably prefer if I was in power armor like him. So we're trying to get up to that area. We've killed everything outside. So far, so good. I don't see any other guys around. Seems safe enough. Some free ammo. Fusion core. Deathclaw stuff. An American flag. Give me that. Stupid. The stupid radiation barrels are everywhere. Oh, there could be something out here on the pier. I don't think we're going to run into any more guys outside. I think that message about it being, you know, clear only comes from clearing everything. What is that? Kind of looks like a weed whacker. Alright, I'm going to keep this out because in VATS, Henrietta is actually pretty useful. And I got to remember that I can start banking my criticals because I got that... Oh, actually, you know what? Just realized I have critical banker. But I leveled up again. I could get another critical banker. Or instead I could make my criticals do more damage. So then all the ones I bank do more damage. I think I'm gonna do one more of these now. So now I can bank 2 criticals, which is pretty sweet. Not exactly sure how that works, but I'm sure it'll be obvious. So I'll try it out shortly. All right, going indoors. Let's do 2 cell. So this is one of the army bases. Gonna see what's in the back here. Looks like some stuff is fallen a little to the wayside. Some cannons. Kind of wondering if maybe there's a cigar box. A lot of times these things have like different entrances or exits. But I don't even know if I want to go through a back door. Honestly, I think I should probably go through the front door. Alright. Going through the front door. Fort Strong Armory. Okay, this place is a lovely place of death.
What's that?
Alright, there's going to be some problems in here.
What is it? Someone there? No fight. What? Who's there?
Where are you?
What? I hear something.
Doggone it, where are you? Oh, there you are. Aim for the head. Kill these guys and earn my crit, baby. Now you can see that there's little stars over there, which is pretty sweet. Alright, I'm excited about this. And I hope it works the way I want it to work, where it just continues to fill up. That makes the most sense to me. I don't have any AP. Well, that's unfortunate. But I want to gain AP, so I'm just going to kind of chill for a sec. Gotcha. You didn't need that head anyway. And technically you still have it, it's just not attached. There we go, reload. Dance is going to be a really strong, helpful character in power armor. Where'd you go, buddy? No, seriously, where did you go? No, I'm right here. You're aiming at the... Oh, I didn't get to kill him. Dance, you gotta let me have some fun. We get that you're strong, but I want to shoot some people too. Yeah, I can shoot this. Nice. Yeah, these guys are going to be a cakewalk. Alright. I'm not going to bother... I'm not going to bother crouching and hiding. They will most likely come to us. So in the meantime, I'm going to look around for anything that we can utilize. Communism is coming. Be vigilant. I like that art. With the Black Widow, except it's a little communist star on the skull. That's neat. Got the camera.
To me, archaeological run.
Handcuffs. My, so soon, Dance? Let's see what other things we got here. We got... Can the stupid guys not find us? I hear them oh, there they are. Good night. Alright, he's dead. I'm gonna take this typewriter, get a battered clipboard. It's strange because I feel like I have a ton of supplies at this point because of the vault. And I connected to the vault to Sanctuary. I know a lot of the commenters were saying that, you know, at this point I should make the vault the new permanent residency for everyone. which I might do. It needs a lot of work before I think it's ready for that. So we'll see. If that happens, it's not going to be particularly soon. I'll still work on it. Oh my god, industrial size shortening. I don't think I've ever seen that. Hacksaw. Cooking oil. It's really strange. You know, you play the game for hundreds of hours, and then every once in a while you run across items that you've just not seen before, or you see, you know, very rarely. It's just kind of funny. Is there anything else in here? These TV dinner trays are aluminum or something we can use. Hello? I know they're in here, I'm just not sure where they are yet. More free ammo. Dance is doing most of the killing here, so I don't even have to bother. Careful, Dance. Don't mean to shoot you, but I'm probably going to shoot you a little bit. God, Dance really has the attention of these guys, which is cool. Alright, you keep them busy, and I'll just do nothing. Let me get some hits on, man. Doggone it, I'm trying to get my crit up. How am I supposed to get my crit up if you keep killing these guys? Is everyone dead? I think everyone might be dead. Do we have a mission in here? Secure Fort Strong Armory. Oh, okay, that must be a separate map. It's interesting that it's not even pointing us to that map transition, though. Like, there's no map indication at all about where we should be going. It's a little odd. Whiskey, burnt book. Battered clipboard. Some more ammo. I mean, this whole thing isn't this whole thing the armory? I thought maybe this entire thing was the armory. Maybe not. Alright, let's get this door open and see what we find behind it.
Nice.
I'm gonna guess that this is the room they wanted us to do. Maybe. General Brock's terminal. Let's check this thing. General Brock's report. June 2075. As of today, command of Fort Strong is passed to me. I'm looking forward to helping the U.S. Army test some of its experimental weapon systems at our facility. I've already had the men preparing the island for testing operations by tearing down the old barracks and constructing a simulated town. Since we'll be fighting the enemy on an urban front, I think the best way to test these weapons is by seeing how well they punch through civilian structures. We've been testing the new batch of T-51B power armor suits that the Army Corps of Engineers just rolled off the assembly line. I'm impressed with the amount of protection they afford our soldiers, yet allow them a great deal of mobility. I've noticed that the soldiers are still having trouble jumping in these things. Because of the suit's weight, they often tip over on hard landings. I've had the maintenance boys look at it, and they're suggesting adding a gyroscope and shock absorbers to the lower torso. I'll pass it up the chain and see if I can get Washington to spend the extra money it'll cost for the modification. Things are starting to heat up overseas, so Washington is pushing us to cut our project turnaround times in half. I told them that would be dangerous, but it seems like we don't have much of a choice. I've decided to split my staff into Alpha Team and Bravo Team so we can work on 2 projects at the same time. The manpower will be reduced, but I'm convinced that we'll still be able to maintain our new schedule. I'm going to put Alpha Team on the power armor and Bravo on the new M42 Fat Man launchers. Oh, so this is where the Fat Man was created. Alpha Team just shipped out the first batch of T-51B suits to the front in China. Reports are already coming in that the suits are performing better than expected, chewing through enemy tanks and armor like they were paper. Word has it that some of the enemy troops are even surrendering when they catch sight of the power armor troops hauling their 5mm miniguns. Looks like Alpha Team has earned themselves a weekend pass in Boston. Bravo Team is having a heck of a time getting the M42s not to shoot far enough away from its firing position. The problem is that the warhead is still too heavy to fire the distance required. Our simulated soldiers are still soaking far too many rads and suffering blast burns. One of the technicians has suggested a radical idea of using a conventional depleting subcharge to catapult the round rapidly out of the launcher. His calculations look sound, so I'm going to let him give it a try. After a few design setbacks and the loss of one of our testing squads, we finally perfected the M42 launcher's firing mechanism. Washington has been riding me to wrap this project up, but with a weapon this potent, I was inclined to take my time. We've sent the launchers ahead to the supply yard in Mississippi, and we're just waiting for the go-ahead to ship the warheads wherever they need to go. Hopefully, we can get those nukes out of here before the month is out. I don't feel comfortable sleeping 20 feet above enough nukes to reduce this island to ash. That's cool, man. That's interesting to hear about where the the thing was created, the Fat Man.
Hell yeah.
Plus, we're even harder to detect while sneaking. We picked up a key. We open this up and we get some stuff, and that is still not what clears this Fort Strong armory mission, which is strange. There's still something we're missing here. And I've walked around this place, and I haven't seen anything, but we must be missing something. You could call a bottle. There's an elevator. When we found the elevator, the little music thing kicked in. Let me just make sure I'm not missing anything else before I utilize that elevator. Although I don't believe we are. There was a door over here, but that must take me to, yeah, just this side. That elevator must be where we need to go. But we're going to take the elevator next time. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't worry too much about me. I'm doing well. I'm happy to be in a position where I'm not in a whole lot of pain, being able to, you know, actually sit down, not move much, and record these things. So I'm still going to continue to prepare content for our trip. There should still be episodes of Fallout coming out, and I've taken your advice to heart about being careful how there are certain things that we can do or missions that we can start, etc., that do affect the overall game, and I'm going to be doing my best to avoid those, just because I want to do as much as I can possibly do before having to make any sort of, you know, faction deciding decisions. I really want to avoid those as long as possible, and with your help, I think I'll be able to do that, so thank you for all the comments. Once again, thanks for watching. Continue to submit fan art while I am away. I will be sure to include it whenever I get back, and I'll see you next time for more Stephen Plays Fallout 4.